What do you think? What time are we at? 3:28. We're doing it with you. How much time you need? We need 2 minutes. You got 120 seconds. Yeah, I've been traveling. If I don't go through Duchesne to get to an assignment.
I've heard you've been up there quite a bit.
30 people travel in the home station. So 4 days a week I've been traveling. So this is fun to be back in Utah County. Well, they live right here and they can't have ownership. I don't know how I got into this today. Must have been an accident.
Well, it's good to see you.
Or they're on a college assignment. That's probably what it is. What do you think? Are we ready?
We're close.
No, we're on TV time. Do you not understand? We are not the priority.
Hollywood. This ain't none of that nonsense.
No. That would be fun.
Everybody question every call you've ever made.
Well, they all do anyway. So, but it's the audio that gets me in trouble. Okay, 3:30. You're ready. We're ready. Good one, Coach.
Hey folks, welcome to Spanish Fork 17. We are in the last game here of the regular season. It is the Spanish Fork Lady Dons up against the Copper Hill Grizzlies here this afternoon on Spanish Fork 17. Excited to be here with you. I'm Andrew LaRose, and we are underway here. And the first pitch is going to be a ball from Avery Sapp to Star Gonzalez. It'll be Star Gonzalez, Sky Gonzalez, and Maddie Jennings leading things off here for the Grizzlies in the top half of the first for Copper Hills. Little pop shot into foul territory, giving chase and making the catch. The catcher, great job by Ashlyn Losey to snag that one for out number 1. So kind of jumping right into the action here on Spanish Fork 17 this afternoon. Want to just quickly go over the fact that the Spanish Fork Dons having a sensational season. 20-4 so far on the year, 10-0 in region play. Will end up with an unblemished record in region play, as that one is going to be high to Sky Gonzalez for ball 1. View of Avery Sapp, who has been arguably one of the best pitchers in all of Utah. Really, the only person that even has a shot at being better than Sapp has been Kaysen Korth over for Riverton. So Sapp has just been absolutely sensational on the season. 1-1 pitch here to Gonzalez is going to be slapped over to second base. The play will be made, and that is going to be out number 2. So 2 quick outs here in the top of the first to the Gonzalez's. Nice job there by Sapp to induce the ground out. And the solid play over there at second base by Tatum Hall. They'll bring up number 3 hitter Maddie Jennings here for Copper Hills. Be Olivia Spear due up next here for the Grizzlies, as that one is going to miss just outside. Count will be 1-0 here on Jennings. And a beautiful day here at the ballpark. It's been absolutely fantastic weather. A little bit of wind has kind of been blowing around my papers a bit. Haven't necessarily loved that, as that one is popped out of play. So the count will move to 1-1 on Jennings. Now you'll notice that we have a scoreboard graphic today. Very excited about that. Granted, I will still do my best to keep you updated on balls and strikes and outs and hits and all that good jazz, but now I don't have to be quite as crazy about it, as that's a great pitch from Sapp for strike 2 to Jennings. And Sapp coming into this ball game with 174 strikeouts. Has just been so great for the Dons as she gets yet another strikeout. That'll be strikeout 175 on the season. First one on the day here for Avery Sapp. Down go the Grizzlies 1-2-3 here in the top of the first. As we move on over to the bottom half of the first inning, gives us an opportunity to thank our sponsors here at Spanish Fork 17. That is Lance Wilson State Farm, Two Jacks Pizza, MVP Sports, Clegg Auto, Triple T, Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, and Mikkel Thompson Hunter, attorneys at law. Yeah, well, we've got some time here in between innings. Let's go over the standings here for Region 9 in 5A. Spanish Fork, again, undefeated so far, 10-0 in region play, 20-4 overall. And then kind of a mix there right in the middle with Wasatch at 6-4, Springville 5-5, Salem Hills 4-5, Maple Mountain 3-6, and Provo 0-8 on the season. Unable to snag any Region 9 victories so far. But it's definitely been a fantastic season for the Lady Dons, again defending their state title from last year and doing so in commanding fashion. They've been so impressive on the season. Even their losses have they really haven't been blown out in any game. They've been close games, and honestly, they should be sitting at number 1 in RPI when those come out. Unfortunately, we don't have updated RPI rankings for you, just because they do take that down about a week before the season ends, just to kind of get everything updated. They will be releasing the 5A list for RPI on May 11th, so make sure that you are watching the UHSAA page for that. But again, I would be extremely shocked if the Lady Dons were not sitting at number 1 in 5A, even if they were to take the loss today here to Copper Hills. They've built enough of a resume that I doubt that they will be dropping out of that number 1 spot going into playoff time. As we're getting ready here for the bottom half of the first, it'll be Jade Romero, Tatum Hall, and Peyton Hall due up here in the first inning for the Lady Dons. Romero has played an excellent shortstop this season for the Lady Dons and has usually been leading things off in the order too. Does a good job setting things up for the rest of this extremely potent offense for Spanish Fork. That one is going to sail for ball 1 to Romero. On the bump today here for the Grizzlies is Maddie Jennings, who just got struck out in the top of the first. Another one that's going to sail for ball 2 to Romero. So a 2-0 pitch up coming here to Jade Romero to start things off here for the Dons in the bottom half of the first inning. 2-0 pitch is a hard grounder over to third. The play will be made for out number 1. Kaylee Romano in solid position there for the Grizzlies to make the play. Bring up number 2 hitter Tatum Hall for Spanish Fork. First pitch is going to sail. That seems to be a trend so far here for Jennings, trying to get batters to chase it stuff high in the zone, but some good discipline here from the Dons batters so far here in the first. The 1-0 pitch from Jennings is in there for a strike. That's a solid pitch there from Jennings. I'm just a bit low. Count will now move here to 2-1 on Tatum Hall. Slap this one right at her own dugout. Thankfully for the Lady Dons, there is a fence there. That one would have gone right into the dugout, and it'll even up the count here at 2-2. Tatum Hall, the sophomore, batting .638 on the season, her 61 plate appearances. So she's done the job with the bat for the Lady Dons. You could definitely say that, as that one is fouled away. Man, I don't even know if I could hit .681 in a video game, let alone in real life. So that's pretty darn impressive stuff from Tatum Hall. I mean, I say that, but I mean, I guess in slow pitch softball, I don't do half bad, as that one does sail, and it'll make the count full. So again, just one out here in the bottom of the first. The score is 0-0. The payoff pitch here to Tatum Hall, going to be right in between the legs of third baseman Kaylee Romano. Unable to come up with that one. Just a shot right there in between her legs. Does knock it down a little bit, so ends up not being extra bases, but still a base knock here in the first for Tatum Hall. As her fantastic season continues, and Romano a little shooken up after the play. They do check in on her, make sure that she's doing all right, taking a walk over to the circle. We'll prompt a mound visit just to check in on, be able to check in on Romano, and also kind of check in a little bit here too with Jennings as well, after giving up the hit there to Hall. As due up here is Peyton Hall, who, my goodness, has had a season for the ages for Spanish Fork. Batting .486 with 16 home runs, 44 RBIs. Has scored 34 runs. Really has just been so impressive for the Lady Dons. Like, clearly a candidate for Player of the Year, at least in 5A, if not just the Player of the Year in all of the state of Utah. It's just been so good this year. And she's just a junior, folks, which makes it even scarier for the rest of the competition. That one in the dirt, dug up nicely. The count does move to 1-0 on Hall. Due up next year will be Avery Sapp, cleanup hitter for Spanish Fork. Having a pretty great season of her own. As Hall will dig back in and face this 1-0 count from Jennings. He will take that one for a strike. Looks like she was taken all the way there, trying to be patient here, as been a lot of balls thrown here by Jennings, so not wanting to waste any swings. So the count will even up here at 1-1 to Hall, with Tatum Hall over at first base. Be a loud foul ball there. Good crack of the bat, but it moves the count now to 1-2. So 1-2 pitch upcoming here from Jennings to Hall in the bottom of the first inning. No score so far. One swing of the bat could absolutely change that, though, here with Hall. As she pops this one foul, it will get out of play. She will stay alive here with the count 1-2. Peyton Hall hoping to do some damage here in inning number 1 with the runner on first. The 1-2 pitch is high. Good discipline there by Hall to hold off on that pitch. It'll even up the count here at 2-2. Some spirited jeers from the dugout and from the crowd. 2-2 pitch. Swung on nicely, but it will go foul. A little early on it, so count will stay at 2-2. beautiful day here at the ballpark. The wind just kind of died down a little bit. The sun's peeking out once again. Definitely love that it's really, truly, finally spring here in Utah. No crazy snow showers. Peyton Hall will walk back to the dugout after getting struck out. You can tell a little upset at herself for chasing that high pitch. So now 2 outs here in the bottom of the first inning. Brings up cleanup hitter Avery Sapp, batting .541 on the season. The other Don in double digits in the home run category with 10 of them. Cracks this one out into foul territory. Giving chase over there is the first baseman, Sophia Hess. Kind of runs out of real estate over there right by her dugout, unable to make the play, so the count will be 0-1 here on Sapp. Again, along with her impressive stats at the plate, again, so good on the mound. A 1.14 ERA on the season. And again, sitting with now 175 strikeouts on the season as well. Just been absolutely so good on both sides here for the Dons. And another one of those players that is just a junior. Sends another one basically right in that same spot. Fouls it away. Count will now move to 1-2 after that second foul ball. Still an opportunity here for the Dons to strike first in this final regular season game with Tatum Hall over at first base and the dangerous Avery Sapp up. The 1-2 pitch from Jennings going to be popped up. The catch is made by Olivia Spear to end the inning, so the Grizzlies able to hold off the Dons. The score stays 0-0. We will get you inning number 2 when we come back on Spanish Fork 17.
If you're looking for a workout, you know MVP Sports is the place to start, and that includes pickleball. MVP Sports has all you need to get active in this growing sport. Paddles, shoes, clothing, and the pickleballs. MVP Sports in Spanish Fork.
The best time to check your furnace is before it fails, and you can rely on Triple T to do the job right. Our technicians are trained every year so you can sleep better at night, knowing your furnace is safe to operate. Call Triple T at 798-7711 to schedule your tune-up today.
Jake from State Farm. I would like to formally extend my gratitude for the Russell rate.
There's no special rate. These prices are for everyone.
Consider us square. I made that from memory.
If you want the real deal, contact State Farm agent Lance Wilson today.
Hey folks, welcome back to Spanish Fork 17. We've got the Spanish Fork Lady Dons up against the Copper Hills Grizzlies in their final regular season game. The score is 0-0. 2 quick half innings so far for both teams. A 1-2-3 effort from ace Avery Sapp to start things off for Spanish Fork, and then a hit by Tatum Hall, but left stranded over there at first base. So a solid inning of pitching from fellow pitcher Maddie Jennings to start things off here for the Grizzlies. So for them, it'll be batters 4, 5, and 6 in their order. Olivia Spear, Sophia Hess, and KK Allen will be up here for Copper Hills. So here comes the first pitch of the second inning from Sapp. And it's a good one for strike 1 to Olivia Spear. That one well in the dirt. Good block by Losi. Count will move here to 1-1. Spear will dig back in with the count 1-1, hoping to ignite something here in inning number 2 for the Grizzlies. A little tap shot foul, move the count to 1-2. Spear on the season batting .351, has a home run. Done a nice job here in that cleanup spot here for the Grizzlies, able to hold off on the rise ball. They do appeal over to first base. The call is that she did not go, so I'll even up the count here at 2-2. So 2-2 pitch upcoming here from Sapp. Popped foul. Will be back here behind the backstop. The count will stay 2-2 here on Spear. Another 2-2 pitch, and it's in there for strike 3. Oh, fantastic pitch from Avery Sapp. Gets her second strikeout of the day. Back-to-back strikeouts here now for the Dons ace. And out number 1 here in the top of the second inning will bring up Sophia Hess now for the Grizzlies. Hess on the season batting .419 in her 46 plate appearances. No home runs, but does have 7 doubles. So she'll take a wave at that one for strike 1 from Sapp. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Nice velocity on that particular pitch from Sapp, able to get Hess to just swing right through that pitch. Count will now be 0-2. 0-2 to Hess is swung on and missed again. 3 straight strikeouts now for Avery Sapp. Really in a groove now here to start this ballgame off for the Dons. Bring up designated player KK Allen now for Copper Hills. Allen just a sophomore and getting some opportunity here late in the season. According to Max Preps, only has 8 plate appearances on the season, so getting some late season work. Definitely love to see that as the count moves to 1-0 on her after that particular pitch. Count will now move to 2-0 as that pitch just misses a little low and inside. And definitely love seeing these opportunities for some of these players to get in reps late in the season, knowing that they can be key contributors for next year's team. The 2-0 pitch is going to catch the outside part of the plate for strike 1. Worked the first couple pitches inside, now goes outside with that one to move the count to 2-1. That one a little low. It's a nice hitter's count here for Allen. The count 3-1. Kaylee Romano would be due up next here for the Grizzlies, followed by Mikkel Perry. The 3-1 to Allen. Looking just like the first strike in this one as catches that low outside part of the plate. Count will now be full on the designated player here for the Grizzlies. The payoff pitch goes for the changeup and leaves it just a bit high. That'll be the first base runner here for the Grizzlies. A 2-out walk in the bottom of the second inning to KK Allen. It will bring up Kaylee Romero, third baseman today here for the Grizzlies. The first pitch to her is a beauty for strike 1. That's probably a little bit closer to what Sapp was looking for on that payoff pitch to Allen. That changeup finds its way in there for strike 1. Big swing and miss there for strike 2. Now to Romano. Count moves to 0-2. Romano 190 on the season for the senior. Big swing and miss for strike 3. 4 strikeouts now for Avery Sapp. Allows the walk, but ends up stranding the runner as we move on over to the bottom half of the second inning with the score still tied up here 0-0. Want to thank our sponsors here at Spanish Fork 17. That's Lance Wilson State Farm, MVP Sports, Triple T Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, Two Jacks Pizza, Mikkel Thompson Hunter Attorneys at Law, and Clegg Auto. And this is the finale of the regular season here for the Lady Dons, hoping to really solidify their spot as the #1 team in 5A and really set themselves up for a deep playoff run and potentially even defend their state title from last year. And already you see the formula of what works for them, and it's pretty easy to win when you've got Avery Sapp on the mound. She's been impressive so far on the day. 4 strikeouts through the first 2 innings, just allowed the 1 walk, no hits. Doing a fantastic job for the Lady Dons, and now it's up to the offense to wake up here against Maddie Jennings, who pitched a nice first inning. Did allow a single to Tatum Hall, but left her stranded over at first base. So it'll be up to batters 5, 6, and 7 in the order here for Spanish Fork. Ashlyn Losey, Ellie Olson, and Aubrey Leonard here in inning number 2 for Spanish Fork. Losey, the senior on the season, batting .405. 6 doubles, 14 RBIs. And has done a fantastic job catching this season for Spanish Fork. That one catches the outside part of the plate for strike 1. Maddie Jennings looking pretty solid here so far for the Grizzlies. The 0-1 to Losey holds up and evens up the count here at 1-1. This one sent out into left field. It will be down for a base hit for Losey. It does get away from the left fielder, Jess Matheson, but not enough for Losey to try to advance on that play. So it looks like there will be a speed-up runner here for Losey. It's number 18. Addie Nielsen coming in to run for Ashlyn Losey.
Substitutions. You want me to come straight to you? Okay.
So starting things off well here in inning number 2 with a leadoff single by Ashlyn Losey. It brings up Ellie Olson now for Spanish Fork. She shows bunt, tries to lay it down, and it will go foul. She'll be told to come back, as it did hear some people in the crowd saying that it hit her, but it did hit the bat first. So it will go down as a foul ball, so the count will be 0-1 here on Olson. Olson .297 on the season, 2 home runs in her 37 plate appearances. Shows bunt again, tries to lay it down, fouls it once again, but will most likely be taken off here now with the count 0-2. As they will back up a little bit now in the infield, especially over there at third base. Romano basically right on top of the plate, as it was pretty obvious that Olson's been trying to lay down a bunt. So 0-2 count here now to Olson. We'll see what Jennings has here. Maybe tries to get her to chase at something outside the zone. Instead, just throws one right down the middle. Swing and miss for strike 3, and it's a... Oh, it was almost going to be a punch him out, throw him out situation, but the ball squirts out of the glove of Spear. And so Nielsen will be safe over there at second base. Be credited with a stolen base, but Olson will go down on strike. Second strikeout of the day for Maddie Jennings. Brings up center fielder Aubrey Leonard. Leonard also shows bunt, pulls away, and it will be ball 1 to her, and it will advance Nielsen over to third base. Scored that one as a wild pitch as it goes well above the glove of Gonzalez. So 1-0 count here with 1 out to Aubrey Leonard. Now with the runner over there at third base. Another one that sails for Jennings. The count will move to 2-0. Kylie Mitchell and then Emmy Olsen due up here next for the Lady Dons. Leonard with a healthy cut there, but will miss for strike one. Leonard 387 on the season, doing pretty good here. She generally bats near the bottom of the order, but provides a lot of great length here for Spanish Fork. Has a home run as well on the season. This one just misses. Ends up going foul. Just a tick to the left of third base. Stay in foul territory. I'll even up the count here at 2-2. So 2-2 pitch up coming here to Leonard. She shows bunt and then pulls it back, takes a swing, and pops it into foul territory. Actually ends up hitting our truck. Our poor production van. Absolutely blasted for no reason. I guess, yeah, smacked the windshield. It actually broke the windshield. That's, yeah, nice little dent. Can totally see it from my spot here over at the table. Well, time to go to Safe Light Repair, I guess. Oh, that's a shot off the glove of the shortstop, and that's going to be the first run of the day here for Spanish Fork. An RBI single for Aubrey Leonard. Score now 1-0 after the shot there by Leonard goes off of the glove of Mel Quintana. And it will score Nielsen from third base. Solid contact there from Leonard. Puts the Dons in the lead here in their regular season finale. Nice swing there from Kylie Mitchell. It will be fouled away, though, for strike one. Mitchell batting .388 on the season. Really, you're just not going to find many Dons batting less than .300. This really is just such a potent offense. Everyone in this lineup absolutely rakes. As that's going to be a pop-up there. Play will be made by Spear, and that will be 2 outs here for Spanish Fork in inning number 2. It brings up number 9 hitter Emmy Olsen out in right field today for Spanish Fork. That one is in there for a strike. Olsen, one of the few that you will see with an average below 300, but I mean, she's still hitting .271, so nothing to sneeze at, and she has 3 home runs. So, I mean, a little bit less average, but provides some thump here in the bottom part of the order for Spanish Fork. And Leonard over there at first after the RBI single, getting Spanish Fork on the board. The 0-1 pitch to Olsen will miss. It will be high. It seems to be a trend here for Jennings as the count will move to 1-1. The 1-1 from Jennings swung on, popped up again to Spear. And that's going to end the inning, but not before Aubrey Leonard puts Spanish Fork on the scoreboard with an RBI single. So the score is 1-0 after 2 innings. We'll get you inning number 3 when we come back on Spanish Fork 17.
Nobody plans on getting in an accident, but if you do, you can rely on the expertise of Mike McKell to protect and fight for your rights. Specializing in personal injury law, Mike McKell is the attorney you need. Call McKell, Thompson, and Hunter, 801-798-9000.
Hi, welcome to Two Jacks Pizza.
For the best pizza you'll ever taste and our world-famous cheese sticks, come to Two Jacks Pizza on Main Street in Spanish Fork, or call us for a quick delivery. Are you hungry yet?
At Clegg Auto Body, we pay attention to all the finer details, the small things. You know, a lot of people feel like they want their car quick and fast, but it takes time to get perfection. We work for the customer.
folks, welcome back to Spanish Fork 17. It's inning number 3 of this match between the Spanish Fork Lady Dons and the Copper Hills Grizzlies. Nice afternoon matchup here to wrap things up in the regular season for Spanish Fork. 20-4 on the season, 10-0 in Region 9 play. Absolutely just mowed through the competition this year and will most likely be sitting at number 1 in RPI when those rankings come out on May 11th. We hope that you are tuning in to all of the content that we have here on Spanish Fork 17. That's on youtube.com/Spanish Fork 17. Make sure that you're catching all of the Maple Mountain and Spanish Fork athletics that you want to catch as we're heading into playoff time. We're going to get the best coverage that we can for you when that time comes. So make sure that you're subscribing and become part of our Spanish Fork 17 family at youtube.com/Spanish Fork 17. It's going to be 8, 9, and 1 in the lineup here for the Grizzlies in inning number 3. Mikkel, Perry, Mel Quintana, and then back up to Star Gonzalez here for Copper Hills. Avery Sapp will start things off in inning number 3 with the ball. Sapp so far 2 innings of shutout work and 4 strikeouts to add to her already impressive strikeout totals, as gets a nice swing and miss there from Perry. The 1-1 pitch to Perry holds off just a little bit inside. Count will move to 2-1. Big swing and miss there for strike 2. And the Grizzlies still very much in this ball game. It's just a 1-0 ball game here. And an RBI single by Aubrey Leonard, the lone scoring so far in this ball game. The 2-2 pitch swung on and missed. Another great pitch from Avery Sapp, strikeout number 5 on the day, and out number 1 here in the 3rd. Brings up the Grizzlies shortstop, Mel Quintana. Little tap shot over to Hall at 3rd. Makes the throw across the diamond. That will be out number 2. Quick work there of the number 9 hitter in the Copper Hills lineup. And it'll be back to the top of the order now here for the Grizzlies in number 15, Star Gonzalez. Popped out in foul territory to Losi to start things off for the Grizzlies. Now getting her second at-bat here in the 3rd. Slaps one foul. A little late on that one. Count will now be 0-1. Gonzalez just a freshman and batting .380 on the season. Triple and 3 doubles. Doing a nice job of setting things up. Also has some excellent speed. So the count here is 1-1 on her. The 1-1 pitch from Sapp swung on and missed. Well behind that one as the count will move to 1-2. So 5 strikeouts on the day here for Avery Sapp. Strike away from strikeout number 6. The 1-2. Just barely tapped there by Gonzalez, keeping herself alive here with the count 1-2. The 1-2 pitch here to Gonzalez, a changeup, trying to get her to chase something. Does not fall back into the zone though. Pretty close, but it'll even up the count here at 2-2. Slap shot right at first baseman. The play will be made by Kylie Mitchell, and that is going to end the top half of the 3rd. Avery Sapp once again going 1-2-3. A walk to KK Allen, the only base runner so far on this ball game here for the Grizzlies, as we move on over to the bottom half of the 3rd, but the score is still 1-0. I'd like to thank our sponsors here at Spanish Fork 17. That's Two Jacks Pizza, Clegg Auto, Mikkel Thompson and Hunter, attorneys at law, Lance Wilson State Farm, MVP Sports, and Triple T Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. So Avery Sapp doing Avery Sapp things so far in this ball game. 3 shutout innings so far for the Spanish Fork ace. 5 strikeouts. Only has allowed the 1 walk. So doing her part, and the offense doing their part in the last inning, getting an RBI single from Aubrey Leonard. Not doing too much for our production van, though, as she hit a foul ball that broke our windshield. So excited, not very excited to have to deal with that, but we'll definitely take the RBI single, though. And so we've got a 1-0 ball game here as we head on over to the bottom half of the third. The top of the order will be coming back up here for the Lady Dons. Jade Romero, Tatum Hall, and Peyton Hall due up here in inning number 3 for Spanish Fork. I see the mound visit there. Everyone getting hyped up here for inning number 3. Again, Copper Hills very much still in this ball game with the score just 1-0. It's not been that way for most of the season for Spanish Fork. Usually the bats come out early and hot, as it's not been the case so far. Again, just the RBI single for Aubrey Leonard, but we'll see what they do here in their second at-bats here against Maddie Jennings. Romero briefly showed bunt, pulled back, and the count is 1-0. Romero grounded out to third in her first at-bat. See what she has in store here again in her second at-bat in this ball game. Slaps one out into shallow left field. The play is going to be made by Quintana. And that's going to be out number 1, just barely on the outfield grass. It's been a nice day on the mound here for Maddie Jennings. Came into this one with a 4.32 ERA. 4 wins and 2 losses on the season according to Max Preps. So has done a solid job here on the season for the Grizzlies. And doing pretty great here against arguably the best offense in all of Utah. Or at least certainly, again, the best one in all of 5A. It's a 1-0 count here on Tatum Hall. 1 of 3 Dons with a base hit so far in this ballgame. Had a single in the first. And looks like she's going to get another one. Slaps this one right up the middle. Just past the glove of the diving Quintana. And Tatum Hall will be on with her second base hit of the day. This is all she does. Again, she came into this ballgame batting .681 and just does a good job of finding the holes in the defense. Hasn't necessarily hit for a ton of power, but definitely gets on base, which is exactly what you want in front of power hitters such as the one currently up right now in Peyton Hall. Fouls this one up, potentially in play, but just a bit beyond the fence. As Romano gave chase, but out of play, so strike 1 here to Peyton Hall. Hall struck out in her first at-bat in the first inning. Got caught chasing a high pitch from Jennings. And there's some chin music there right up near the helmet of Hall, even up the count here at 1-1. Again, I just want to remind you just how crazy Hall's season has been. Batting .486 with 16 home runs and 44 RBIs. Like, absolutely bonkers, as this one is hit right up the middle. They will make the play over at second base. That's a nice job over there by Olivia Spear to stick with that play. So it'll be a fielder's choice here for Peyton Hall, as she will stay over there at first base, and they will get Tatum Hall out over at second. So now 2 outs, and Avery Sapp back up here for Spanish Fork. She popped up to Spear in her first at bat, so 0 for 1 on the day. able to hold up on that tough pitch upstairs for ball one. And 3 scoreless innings so far for the Spanish Fork Don ace. Hoping to pad the lead here. Again, just a 1-0 lead here for the Dons in inning number 3. Sends it right up the middle, goes under the glove of Jennings and out into the outfield for a 2-out single. It will move Peyton Hall over to second base, so now in scoring position. Runners on first and second with 2 outs here for Spanish Fork. It will bring up Ashlyn Losey now. And they do bring in a speed-up runner here for Avery Sapp. The number 12 Shelby Shepard. Losey smacks one, and right underneath the glove of Quintana, that is going to be a base hit for the Spanish Fork catcher. It will score Peyton Hall over from second base. The Dons double up their lead here in inning number 3. The score now 2-0 after the RBI single, 2-out single there by Ashlyn Losey. Avery Sapp getting the hit before, and it is now Shepard over there at second base running for her. Brings up Ellie Olson, hoping for some redemption after getting struck out in her first at bat. Still a dangerous situation here for the Dons with runners on first and second. Oh, crushes one out into right field, and it will just be foul. That's a heartbreaker there. That would have been extra bases there for Ellie Olson. Certainly would have driven in 1, potentially 2 on that one. Absolutely crushed it, but just a little bit late on it. So instead it will go down as a loud strike. The count will be 0-1 on Olson. So score 2-0 here on Spanish Fork 17 in the bottom of the 3rd. Don's getting an RBI single in this inning from Ashlyn Losey. Hoping to continue the 2-out rally. A pitch that sails on Jennings and evens up the count here at 1-1. Again, Shepard over there at second base. Hoping for a base hit here from Olson to be able to score and move the score on over to 3 runs. Gets a nice little jump over there at second base and will be back as the count moves to 2-1. Aubrey Leonard, the other Don, with an RBI hit would be due up next here for Spanish Fork. That one just a bit low. Good count here for Olson, 3-1. So 3-1 pitch coming from Jennings. She's going to miss, and it's going to load the bases up here in inning number 3. Good patient approach from Ellie Olson to get herself on base. It will move Shepard over to third base. Move Losey over to second. Olson now over there at first. Bases loaded situation now for Aubrey Leonard. Already with an RBI knock in this ball game. RBI knock number 2 potentially upcoming. That's going to be over the fence, a grand slam for senior Aubrey Leonard in her last regular season ball game. Gotta love that for Spanish Fork. And just like that, the Spanish Fork offense does what it's been doing all season long, just putting up run after run. Grand slam shot by Aubrey Leonard to open up this ball game here for Spanish Fork. The score now 6-0 after the greatest of slams by Aubrey Leonard. And just absolutely crushes that pitch out to center field. Thankfully crushing the ball and not crushing our van this time. We definitely appreciate that. As it will prompt a mound visit here for Maddie Jennings, talking things over with her infield. Man, that was just blasted by Aubrey Leonard. Absolutely love that. Really opens up this ball game for Spanish Fork. Really had been tight. Maddie Jennings had been pitching a solid ball game. up until this inning, and then just allowing a couple of hits and allows the big blast there by Aubrey Leonard. Now 5 RBIs on the day for Aubrey Leonard. Talk about a ball game. 2 for 2, home run, a single, 5 RBIs. Gotta love that for the senior center fielder. That one is a ball to Kylie Mitchell, who popped up to second in her first at bat. Hoping to keep the Dons alive. Again, they've really done the damage here in this third inning. As more damage potentially upcoming right at the fence and gone! Back-to-back home runs for Spanish Fork. This one off the bat of Kylie Mitchell just continues to sail out beyond the fence over in center field. Grand slam by Aubrey Leonard, followed up by a solo shot by Kylie Mitchell. The score now 7-0 for Spanish Fork over Copper Hills. Man, gotta love this, and gotta love the excitement for Spanish Fork too. Everybody comes out, has fun, has a blast, gives high fives. Definitely love the team camaraderie here for the Lady Dons. They definitely love seeing each other succeed, and definitely warms my heart. Definitely love seeing when teammates enjoy each other's successes. So back-to-back home runs here for the Lady Dons in inning number 3. Just really blasting this game wide open for Spanish Fork as we get a view of the scoreboard there. 7 runs now for the home team. 6 of them coming across in this bottom half of the third inning, and still a goose egg over there for the visiting Grizzlies, as Avery Sapp has been absolutely on her game in this one. 5 strikeouts through 3 innings and is only allowed a walk. Still technically pitching a no-hitter. I don't know if I should bring that up in just the third inning, but it's there, and I've said it. Hopefully I haven't jinxed her, as it's pitching change time now here for the Grizzlies. New pitcher coming in, as the 2 home runs will chase Maddie Jennings from this ball game. The new pitcher coming in here for the Grizzlies, getting her warm-up throws in. It is KK Allen now into pitch here for the Grizzlies. And Allen was the designated player in this ball game. So pretty easy swap here for the Grizzlies. And again, Allen just a freshman, so getting some big opportunities here in this ball game. Getting the start as designated player, now getting an opportunity to come in relief of Maddie Jennings, who really just kind of saw this game get away from her here in inning number 3. Will be charged with 7 earned runs. Did get through 2 2/3 innings. She did get 2 strikeouts on the day as well. Ends up allowing 7 hits and giving up a walk. So KK Allen now in for the Grizzlies. Tries to paint that outside part of the plate with a nice changeup, but not able to quite find it. Count will be 1-0 on Emmy Olsen. Olsen popped out to second in her first at bat, doing a nice job here of being patient and making Allen establish herself on the mound here early. The count is 2-0. 2-0 pitch slapped out into the gap in left center. It's right center, going to be down for a base hit. Olsen's going to try to stretch this thing out to a double, and she does it. Gets on her horse and gets a nice 2-jacks double here with 2 outs in the third inning. The Dons offense continues to roll here on Spanish Fork 17. They've now batted around here in this inning. Jade Romero coming back up for her second at-bat of this inning. Has a runner in scoring position, taps one right over the glove of Romano. They do hold up Olsen over at third, but the hit parade continues here for Spanish Fork. Hit number 9 on the day here for the Lady Dons. So already early trouble here for KK Allen in relief. Brings up number 2 hitter Tatum Hall, who's done her thing in this game, 2 for 2 with 2 singles. So you watch the first pitch for a strike, though. That's a good one from Allen. Able to put that one top shelf just on the inside part of the plate and on the upper part of the zone. Hall's going to slap one right past the glove of Romano. Another base hit for Tatum Hall. This one, an RBI single to extend the Dons' lead once again. As now it is an 8-0 ball game. 7 runs coming across here in the 3rd inning for Spanish Fork. Grand slam by Aubrey Leonard. Solo home run by Kylie Mitchell. RBI single by Ashlyn Losey. Now an RBI single for Tatum Hall, as that'll now be an 0-1 count on Peyton Hall. 0 for 2 on the day, a strikeout and grounded into a fielder's choice. She did score as that RBI single. Oh, this one's gone. It's absolutely gone. Peyton Hall crushes this one out to center field. My goodness, 3 home runs in this inning for the Lady Dons, and home run number 17 on the season for Peyton Hall. My goodness, just putting an exclamation point on this inning for the Lady Dons, and putting a big exclamation point just on her season in general. Again, 17 home runs now for Peyton Hall. Definitely at least a 5A Player of the Year candidate, if not a 5A, if not a just Utah Player of the Year candidate. Oh man, she's been absolutely sensational this season. Three home runs in the 3rd inning here for the Lady Dons. Gotta absolutely love that, as the score is now 11-0 after the 3-run blast by Peyton Hall. So 10 runs now across here in the 3rd inning. Was just talking about how runs come in bunches here for the Dons and how it had been weird that they'd only had 1 run coming into this 3rd inning, and sure enough, when it rains, it absolutely pours, and it's a torrential downfall here. 3 home runs coming across for Spanish Fork here in this inning alone, and 10 runs total. Sapp will take a whack at this one. It'll be out into left field. A sharp base hit for Avery Sapp. She's going to try to leg this out into a double, and she's going to be into second base with the 2-Jacks double. Continuing to roll here in this 3rd inning. Man, they just can do no wrong here in this 3rd inning. Everyone getting hits here for Spanish Fork. You get a hit, you get a hit, you get a hit. Everybody gets on base here in this 3rd inning. That one is going to miss to Ashlyn Losey for a ball. Losey started the scoring off in this inning with an RBI single. Will miss just a bit outside, so count will stay here at 2-0. When I say stay, I mean go to 2-0. Allen's 3rd pitch whacked by Losey out into the gap in right center. It will roll to the fence for extra bases now. As long as she stays on the plate, they do say that she got drug off the plate, so unfortunately tried to extend, but gets thrown out. It'll go down as a single and then thrown out over at second base. The run will count, and so the score 12-0 here after 3 innings. We'll get you inning number 4 when we come back on Spanish Fork 17.
If you're looking for a workout, you know MVP Sports is the place to start, and that includes pickleball. MVP Sports has all you need to get active in this growing sport. Paddles, shoes, clothing, and the pickleballs. MVP Sports in Spanish Fork.
The best time to check your furnace is before it fails, and you can rely on Triple T to do the job right. Our technicians are trained every year so you can sleep better at night, knowing your furnace is safe to operate. Call Triple T at 798-7711 to schedule your tune-up today.
Jake from State Farm. I would like to formally extend my gratitude for the Russell rate.
There's no special rate. These prices are for everyone.
Consider us square. I made that from memory.
If you want the real deal, contact State Farm agent Lance Wilson today.
Welcome back to Spanish Fork 17, inning number 4 of this one between the Copper Hill Grizzlies and the home team Spanish Fork Lady Dons, who just put on a hitting clinic in inning number 3. 11 runs coming across in that third inning. 3 home runs for Spanish Fork, a grand slam by Aubrey Leonard, a solo shot by Kylie Mitchell, and a 3-run blast by Peyton Hall, mixed in with some RBI singles and doubles here and there, and poof, just like that, the Dons take a 12-0 lead here in this regular season finale. It had been a close ball game through the first 2 innings. Maddie Jennings had been able to mostly silence the bats of the Dons. Just an RBI single allowed to Aubrey Leonard in the second inning. But then the Dons come out in full force in that third inning with those 11 runs. And now it just seems like they're going to be in cruise control here and be able to get this regular season finale win to close off a dominant season. Already 20-4 on the season, and we're undefeated in Region 9 play, 10-0. Now it'll be Avery Sapp back on the mound for Spanish Fork. Already 3 shutout innings, 5 strikeouts, doing her usual thing on the mound for the Lady Dons. And has only allowed just a walk so far on the day, the lone base runner for Copper Hills. And it will be batters 2, 3, and 4 in the lineup here for the Grizzlies. Sky Gonzalez, Maddie Jennings, and Olivia Spear. The count is 0-1 on Gonzalez after the foul ball. 0-1 pitch from Sapp gets her swinging at just a nasty rise ball for strike 2. And those ones are so hard to read. Again, they look so good as they're coming at you, but then they just rise on you, literally. Go up towards your eyeballs as that one is fouled away. Able to get a piece of it there is Gonzalez, so she'll stay alive here with the count 0-2. So Sapp still absolutely dealing here for Spanish Fork. The 0-2 pitch upcoming to Gonzalez is going to be a pop-up. Leonard will call them off and make the play there in very shallow center field for out number 1. Avery Sapp continues her dominant day on the mound here for Spanish Fork. Pitching a shutout so far through 3 and a third inning. Just a bit high in the zone there to Maddie Jennings for ball 1. Jennings on the day 0-for-1, took a strikeout in her first at bat, one of the 5 that have gone down on strikes to Sapp. And that one is in there for a strike. Catches the plate there to even up the count here at 1-1. So 1 out here in the top of the 4th. The score is 12-0. Spanish Fork over Copper Hills here on Spanish Fork 17. Jennings gets just a little piece of that one and fouls it away. That one coming right by our camera, hits the pole that's right by our camera. Yeah, that's one that could have potentially hit me if I was not having this fence in front of me. I was getting absolutely peppered in last week's game. We were over at Maple Mountain. That one was another actually complete game shutout by Avery Sapp as they get the win there against their rival, the Golden Eagles. But there were a ton of foul balls and just pitches that went right at the backstop, and I was right behind it. I flinched way too many times. I'm certainly not proud of it as that one is popped up and the play is made. Nice play by Jade Romero. Able to range over and catch that pop-up. Looked like Hall had the beat on it, but was going to be just about a step behind it. Romero comes in right behind her and snags it for out number 2. Bring up cleanup hitter Olivia Spear, who struck out in her first at bat. Grizzlies really needing some offense here as the score is 12-0. If they want to make sure that they don't get mercied here in the 5th, they'll need to find a way to score some runs here quick. The 1-0 pitch upcoming from Sapp. Tries to get the changeup in there, but it will miss high, and the count will move to 2-0. Swung on and missed. Count will now move to 2-1. That one a great pitch, low and outside. Gets her to chase at one that kisses some dirt there. So 2-1 count here to Olivia Spear with 2 outs in the top of the 4th. Tries to go change up again. Count will now move to 3-1. That's kind of been the one pitch that hasn't been working as well today for Avery Sapp. Has left a couple of changeups up in the zone that just have not been able to get back in for a strike. Does a good job there. Pumps one in there for strike 2, and the count will now be full on the second baseman for the Grizzlies. Again, 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. Really needing some runs here with the score 12-0. The Dons just crushing things in inning number 3 with 11 runs. Payoff pitch. Going to be sent over to Romero. She will make the throw, and that will be the end of the inning for the Grizzlies. They go down 1-2-3 once again. The score will stay 12-0. A dominant run here for the Dons here on Spanish Fork 17. As we move on over to the bottom half of the inning, gives us an opportunity to thank our sponsors here at Spanish Fork 17. That's Two Jacks Pizza, Clegg Auto, McKell Thompson, Hunter, Attorneys at Law, Triple T, Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, MVP Sports, and Lance Wilson State Farm. And it's an absolutely beautiful day at the ballpark. The sun is now really starting to come down. It's really great weather, right in the 70s. It's springtime. It's springtime, and it's just the best thing in the world. Absolutely love it. I get to break out the short sleeves, get a little bit of a tan, and be able to talk some softball with you here on Spanish Fork 17. So it's kind of the best of all worlds here, and I just love it. I love being here at the ballpark, and I absolutely loved seeing what the Dons did in inning number 3. 11 runs coming across. We'll see what they have for an encore here in inning number 4. A grand slam by Aubrey Leonard, solo shot by Kylie Mitchell, 3-run home run by Peyton Hall. I mean, basically everyone got a hit in that 3rd inning. Just really fun to watch if you are a Lady Dons fan, which I'm assuming if you're watching here on Spanish Fork 17, that's probably who you're rooting for. So if you like offense and you like the Lady Dons, you absolutely loved inning number 3. As KK Allen is back on the mound here for the Grizzlies, hoping to stabilize things after she allowed 5 runs. Again, the starting pitcher, Maddie Jennings, getting chased after 2 2/3 innings. She allowed the grand slam to Mitchell and the solo shot. The grand slam by Leonard and the solo shot by Mitchell. That then brought in KK Allen, who allowed 5 more runs, including the 3-run home run by Peyton Hall. As we've got a pinch hitter here to start things off in inning number 4 for the Dons. It will be number 1, Cameron Buchanan, hitting now for Ellie Olson. You see Aubrey Leonard still in the on-deck circle. Would be unfortunate to not have her hit. She's 2 for 2 on the day with 5 RBIs, so I would hope that they still let her hit, as there's a bit of a delay here as we're going through some of the substitutions here, including the pinch hitter here, Cameron Buchanan. Buchanan on the season, batting .308, is the senior in her 13 plate appearances, so getting a chance to hit here in this regular season finale. Love that they are able to go to the bench here and give some of these seniors some at-bats. Definitely love that. First pitch here to Buchanan is swung on and fouled away. Ends up hitting the backstop, and unable to make the play there is Gonzalez. Going to be just a bit high on that fence for her to be able to have made the play. So count will be 0-1 on Buchanan. So it will be Buchanan, Aubrey Leonard, and Kylie Mitchell that will be up in this inning for Spanish Fork. Well, that was a nice pitch there from Allen, but it'll just miss a little bit inside. The count will move to 1-1. So an 11-run inning in the 3rd for Spanish Fork, and now it starts off with a little infield single here for Cameron Buchanan able to come up and pinch hit for Ellie Olsen and comes up with a base hit here in her regular season ender here for Spanish Fork. Aubrey Leonard crushes one out to left field. This one is going to hit the fence, but foul. Making hard contact all day today. It's been the senior center fielder. 2 for 2 on the day with an RBI single in the second and a grand slam in the third. So 5 RBIs, 2 hits. Doing work today here for the Lady Dons and did some work on our production van. Fouled one off onto our windshield. But we'll take the 5 RBIs and the 2 for 2 day and the most likely in the driver's seat here for the win in their regular season finale as the count moves to 1-1. The 1-1 pitch from Allen is a beauty for strike 2. It's a changeup that looks like it kind of fooled Leonard there a little bit. So 1-2 pitch up coming here from Allen. It's going to be outside. They do look the runner back over at first. And the count will even up here at 2-2. And Mitchell on deck here for the Lady Dons. It's a solid piece of that one, but foul. Kind of right over by the feet of her dugout. Count will stay at 2-2. So solid performance today here for Spanish Fork. They do get 1 run across in the second and then 11 coming across in the third inning. A pop-up here in foul territory. And the play will be made for out number 1 here in this inning. First time that Leonard has gotten out in this ball game. Nice job to range over and make the play over there was the shortstop Mel Quintana. So 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th inning, and Kylie Mitchell now back up here for Spanish Fork. Pops this one back behind the backstop and out of play for strike 1. Mitchell 1 for 2 on the day, popped up to second in her first at bat and hit a solo shot in inning number 3 back-to-back with Aubrey Leonard. Just pounding one out to center field. This one a shot foul. Again over towards the Spanish Fork dugout. Count now moving to 0-2 on the Dons first baseman. Be Emmy Olsen due up next here for Spanish Fork. The 0-2 from Allen. Tries to get her to chase at something in the dirt. Nothing doing, though, for Kylie Mitchell. She will hold off and will move the count here to 1-2. Her solo shot absolutely rocked out to center field in the last inning. Another one foul towards that left field fence. She'll stay alive here with the count 1-2. Yeah, the Dons getting some nice work in here. Able to give Cameron Buchanan a pinch hit opportunity. Definitely love to see that. And again, kind of a tune-up here right before playoffs. That one is fouled away again. Kylie Mitchell staying alive here with the count 1-2. Dons coming into this one 20-4 on the season. Will have an undefeated Region 9 record this season, 10-0. And hoping to close things off with another win. This one shot up the middle and underneath the glove of Quintana. Looked like she had an opportunity to make the play there, but just didn't quite get the glove down. That one will go down as an error. It will advance the runner over to second base, and Mitchell will stay over there at first after getting on the error by Quintana. And Olsen is going to hit this one fair. Nice job to knock that down over there at third base. Was Kaylee Romano able to also get the force over there. So it'll end up being a fielder's choice for Emmy Olsen, who will be over at first base. Mitchell moving to second, and runner getting tagged out, essentially, forced out over there at third. Rocket shot right at Quintana, and the field ump absolutely rocketed there by Romano. That's going to be a 2-Jacks, 2-out double here in the fourth inning, and it will extend the lead here for Spanish Fork, able to bring one across. The score now 13-0 on the RBI double by Jade Romero. Scores Mitchell from second and moves Olsen over to third. Number 2 hitter Tatum Hall. 3 for 3 on the day. Last one being an RBI single. This one a little bloop shot out to center field. Play is going to be made. That's going to end the inning. One more run coming across here in the fourth for Spanish Fork. The score now 13-0 after the RBI double by Jade Romero. We will get you inning number 5 when we come back on Spanish Fork 17.
Nobody plans on getting in an accident, but if you do, you can rely on the expertise of Mike McKell to protect and fight for your rights. Specializing in personal injury law, Mike McKell is the attorney you need. Call McKell, Thompson & Hunter, 801-798-9000.
Hi, welcome to 2-Jacks Pizza.
For the best pizza you'll ever taste and our world-famous cheese sticks, come to 2-Jacks Pizza on Main Street in Spanish Fork, or call us for a quick delivery. Are you hungry yet?
At Clegg Auto Body, we pay attention to all the finer details, the small things. You know, a lot of people feel like they want their car quick and fast, but it takes time to get perfection. We work for the customer.
Hey folks, welcome back to Spanish Fork 17, inning number 5 of this one between the Spanish Fork Lady Dons and the Copper Hills Grizzlies. And it has been all Spanish Fork in this ball game. The score is 13-0. A dominant performance on both sides for Spanish Fork as we get a view of the scoreboard here. We'll get you a quick recap while we're looking at it. 1 run coming across in the second, and then 11 runs coming across in the third inning for Spanish Fork. Grand slam by Aubrey Leonard, 3-run shot by Peyton Hall, solo shot by Kylie Mitchell, kind of highlighting that inning, and then another RBI double for Jade Romero in the last inning to move the score to 13 for Copper Hills. They've been dealing with an A-plus game from Avery Sapp, who's pitched a no-hitter thus far through 4 innings, has only allowed 1 base runner, a walk given to KK Allen, who actually will be due up in this inning. This one is sent out into shallow center. Aubrey Leonard calls everyone off and makes the play. Quick out number 1 here as Avery Sapp gets Sophia Hess to fly out to center field. And it brings up KK Allen, who again, the lone base runner in this ball game for the Grizzlies. She took a walk in the second inning. After KK Allen, it will be Kaylee Romano and Mikkel Perry for Copper Hills. That one in there for a strike. Sapp catches the outside part of the plate. That's a great pitch. She's dominated this Grizzlies lineup. Has an opportunity here to snag a no-hitter as she gets KK Allen to swing at some high cheese for strike 2. It's been the one part of the zone that Sapp has struggled a little bit with in this ball game. Has not gotten as many calls up in the upper part of the zone as she would like. Instead, she just cruises one in there for strike 3. Gets KK Allen down on strikes. 6th strikeout of the day here for Avery Sapp. And now 2 quick outs here in the top of the 5th inning. Grizzlies kind of on their last breath here with Kaylee Romano up. Piped in there for a strike. Sapp saving some of her best stuff for last here in this 5th inning. Feels like there's been just a slight uptick in her velocity here in this one. Fastball really cruising in here. Romano will hold her swing there, and it will even up the count here at 1-1. Romano went down on strikes in her first at bat in the second inning. The 1-1 pitch up coming here from Sapp. That's a great changeup for strike two. That's what you want to see. That's been the pitch that hasn't worked as well as I've seen in the past for Sapp. She worked it to perfection in the game against Maple Mountain that we had here on Spanish Fork 17 last week. The 1-2 popped up. It will be a foul ball and out of play. Romano will stay alive here with the count 1-2. Again, 2 outs here in the top of the fifth. The score 13-0 Spanish Fork over Copper Hills. Gets her to swing at a nasty one for strike 3. Going to be strikeout number 7 of the ball game for Avery Sapp. And that is a way to end the inning. Avery Sapp continuing her dominant performance here for Spanish Fork. Score 13-0. I'm just, sorry folks, waiting for confirmation here. And that is the ball game. I just wanted to make sure before calling it. But that is the ball game as Spanish Fork Mercy rules the Copper Hills Grizzlies on a score of 13-0. We'll get you a recap of this one when we come back on Spanish Fork 17.
Hi, welcome to Two Jacks Pizza.
For the best pizza you'll ever taste and our world-famous cheese sticks, come to Two Jacks Pizza on Main Street in Spanish Fork, or call us for a quick delivery. Are you hungry yet?
If you're looking for a workout, you know MVP Sports is the place to start, and that includes pickleball. MVP Sports has all you need to get active in this growing sport. Paddles, shoes, clothing, and the pickleballs. MVP Sports in Spanish Fork.
The best time to check your furnace is before it fails, and you can rely on Triple T to do the job right. Our technicians are trained every year so you can sleep better at night, knowing your furnace is safe to operate. Call Triple T at 798-7711 to schedule your tune-up today.
At Clegg Auto Body, we pay attention to all the finer details, the small things. You know, a lot of people feel like they want their car quick and fast, but it takes time to get perfection. We work for the customer.
Nobody plans on getting in an accident, but if you do, you can rely on the expertise of Mike McKell to protect and fight for your rights. Specializing in personal injury law, Mike McKell is the attorney you need. Call McKell, Thompson & Hunter, 801-798-9000.
Jake from State Farm. I would like to formally extend my gratitude for the Russell rate.
There's no special rate. These prices are for everyone.
Consider us square. I made that from memory.
If you want the real deal, contact State Farm agent Lance Wilson today.
Welcome back to Spanish Fork 17. Final regular season game here for the Lady Dons ends with a score of 13-0 over the Copper Hills Grizzlies. A dominant win here to end the regular season for Spanish Fork. They will finish their season 21-4 and with a perfect Region 9 record of 10-0. The bats absolutely came out in the third inning. 11 runs coming across in that inning. And another typical dominant performance on the mound for Avery Sapp. Ends up pitching a 5-inning no-hitter for Spanish Fork. Just one walk given by Avery Sapp. 7 strikeouts was very impressive in this ball game. Could very easily give her MVP Sports MVP of the game, but we're going to go in a different direction here today. I know that Avery's probably won it a few times this season, so we're going to highlight someone over on the offensive side of the ball today, and that is Aubrey Leonard. 2 for 3 on the day, had an RBI single in the second, and had a grand slam as part of that 11-run third inning, and ended up being 2 for 3 on the day with those 5 RBIs, and not only did she put a dent in some softball, she put a serious dent in our production van, ending up breaking our windshield. So, you know, it is what it is, but she does win MVP Sports MVP of the game for her dominant performance at the plate. And, again, 5 RBIs. You hit a grand slam, you're generally going to be the MVP. So, MVP Sports MVP of the game going out to Aubrey Leonard. A fantastic season, regular season here for Spanish Fork, really setting themselves up nicely. Come playoff time, they will most likely be sitting at number 1 in RPI, and very excited to see what they do in defense of their state championship from last year. And this is a great squad. Make sure that you are tuning in on Spanish Fork 17, and we will do our best to get the coverage that we can for you when playoffs end up rolling around. This is a very special team, so make sure that you're continuing to watch them. Let's put a bow on our ball game here. Again, the score 13-0. Big win here in the regular season finale for Spanish Fork over Copper Hills. For our Spanish Fork 17 crew, I'm Andrew LaRose. We've loved being here at the ballpark and give you coverage of this one, and we'll see you